Hello everyone in YouTube land. It's been a while since my last video. It's been quite a while actually. And, well, I'm making this video because I feel it's time that we make another one. My name is Bradley Allen Hingley, and I am running for president in 2016. I am not allied with any of the political parties, and I'm not allied with the Occupy people in any way. What I am is someone who believes in our Constitution and in our Bill of Rights. Our Constitution states that we the people, that means we the people, not the government, we, the voters, the citizens of this country, have the power to change what goes on in our government. Okay? This country's on the brink, a very thin line is all that's stopping us from having another civil war. Now, I believe if you don't remember history, you're going to repeat it. And I'll give you an instance of that. Let's look back at our first civil war. What did we have? We had a lot of people angry over, of course, the slavery issues of the time. But we also had a lot of people angry over people having more than other people, be it more freedoms, more whatever, and people being treated unfairly. Now, if you look at today's society, what have we got? People being treated unfairly, and the government, trying to take away our constitutional rights. I mean, we have around this country for the first time ever 100-mile constitution-free zone around all of our borders. That has never been done before. Never. This is something new, whether it came from the Bush administration or it's something that the Obama administration did. We have a constitution-free zone around our country. You can look it up by typing in www.constitutionfreezone.com, or just type in it to your search browser, Constitution Free Zone, and it'll pull up a map of the U.S. and it'll show you. My Constitution that I've read, that I was taught in elementary and junior high and high school, states that we're not supposed to have that, basically. That's not supposed to happen. That there's supposed to be no area in this country where the Constitution is, you don't have to worry about the Constitution. You can search anyone's vehicle for any reason. Go right ahead. No. That's not going to happen. Because my Constitution and my Bill of Rights that I read and learned state that I have inalienable rights. Inalienable rights mean rights that cannot be taken away for any reason at all. They can't be taken away. Even if you get locked up for doing something wrong, like stealing a car, killing someone, or whatever, you still have the inalienable right for the pursuit of happiness. You still have the inalienable right to be able to feel somewhat secure. You see what I'm saying? You still have that right to be you, basically. Do what you want to do and try to be happy in life. Now, in these constitution-free zones, they can use a dog. They can supposedly sniff out people because it's around the border and they're checking for immigrants and drugs and all this. And the dog can sniff out drugs and people, can alert to immigrants and all this. Now, I'm originally from Texas, Temple, Texas. Alright, I'm going to be 39 in July of this year of 2013. I was born in 74. Now, my Constitution states that an officer has to have probable cause to in any way such your house, home, your home, your person, your vehicle, anything like that. This is what my Bill of Rights says. It's the Fourth Amendment to my Bill of Rights. That, quite frankly, the Fourth Amendment to the Bill of Rights says that, we're protected against unlawful search and seizures. Is basically it. Now, when did this get changed to where if you're down by the border or you're somewhere within this Constitution-free zone that, hey, it's a Constitution-free zone. That means no Bill of Rights, no Constitutions. The police can come in and search your house and take you and detain you and lock you up, and there's no due process. You're just there. When did this get changed from our original Bill of Rights? When did that happen? I'm not sure. But if I was to be elected on a write-in candidate, which is how I would have to be elected, one of the first things I would make my priority would be to remove the Constitution-free zone. Yes, I believe that our borders should be more secure. Yes, I believe the people that are here illegally should be sent back to the country they came from, unless there is extreme circumstances, such as, they're killing everyone who's a Christian, or they're killing everyone who's a Buddhist or an Islam or whatever, or they're killing everyone who has a different political belief. Then, looking into it, there's telling truth, then we grant them asylum and citizenship on a limited basis, which would mean that every year they'd have to re-register, we'd have to relook at everything and go from there. Now, the second thing that I would do would not make me friends on Congress. In fact, it'd probably make me a lot of enemies, not just in Congress, but in the Central Intelligence Agency, the Department of Defense, Homeland Security, International Affairs Office, all of that, because I would go and I would meet with all the leaders of the world. I'd probably do it on Skype or something, and I'd say, listen guys, here's the deal. Do you want us in your country, yes or no? And the ones that said no, I would say, okay, what's your reason for not wanting us there? And I wouldn't do it to try to bully them or pressure them. I would do it because I'd want to know. If someone doesn't want to be my friend, I want to know why. It's just who I am. So if they don't want us there, okay, why? And then I would say, you know what? Out of respect for your office and your country and your country's belief, no problem. I would shut down our embassy, pull the people that work there out, bring them back home. Done. The people that want us there, I would say, okay, here's what we're going to do. You are going to have more of a free hand to run your country the way you want to run it. However, when it comes to the embassy, we'll pay you for using your land. We'll lease it from you. And we'll work out a dollar amount. Because I feel that if we're in their country, on their soil, we should pay them for the land that we're using. Even if it is just to house a bunch of people, we should still do it. Basically, I would stop America from trying to police the world. And I'd bring us back home so that we could take care of our key issues here that, well, let's face it, need to be taken care of or we're going to die. Alright, what we're trying to do now is what the Romans tried to do. And the Turks and the Persians and all these great empires, the Ottomans and all that, these huge, Alexander the Great's empires, these huge empires. They tried to take over the world. And they did a great job of it. But they were so focused on that they didn't take care of their internal problems, and it led to their downfall. And America is going that way. It's going down that path now. But hopefully we're not so far gone to where that if we the people stand up and elect someone new, someone that they don't even see coming, like myself, then maybe we could fix it. Because if we could bring our guys home, we could focus more on what's going on here. Focus on lowering taxes for the middle class and the poor, and taxing appropriate amounts for the rich. Let's face it, the rich, the corporate companies and all that are getting all these price breaks for moving overseas and all. No, stop that. Tax them more if they want to leave and still keep business here. Tax them less if they want to stay here and create jobs here. Alright, we have children in this country that go hungry every day. We have children in this country that are homeless. Not because, they ran away, but simply because mommy and daddy had to kick them out because mommy and daddy couldn't afford to feed them. Maybe they have 3 kids and they had to kick out 2 because they could only afford to feed 1. Or maybe they still live with mommy and daddy, but they just ain't got the money to eat. Because the rent is so high and they don't make enough to make ends meet. Because by the time most people make ends meet, someone's moving the ends. And they're moving it further away. We need to bring back our education system. It is severely lacking. Do you know that the U.S. is one of the lowest education systems in the world? I didn't until I started looking into this thing. This is not right. At one time, America was among the leading educational providers of the world. I think we need to bring that back. Because if we don't, our children are not going to be able to do anything. They're not going to be able to compete on a world market that will need them to be. I am definitely pro Second Amendment. It is there so that if need be, we can protect ourselves. And so that also, if need be, we can rise up against the government. Yes, I said rise up against the government. That is what that is in there for. Okay? Our founding fathers knew enough to know that putting all the power in the government's hands would not work. They put the power in our hands. And somewhere down the line, we forgot it. We started taking peace for granted. We started taking our liberties for granted. And we stopped wanting to fight for our freedoms. I'll never stop fighting for my freedom. I love my freedom. Yes, I have been in trouble with the law in the past. I make no bones about it. I've made my mistakes. And I've learned from them. What I want to do, if elected in 2016, is to make America great once again. To try to fix what is ailing us home. Here at home. In our own homeland, here in our own country. Once that's done, then we can start maybe dealing with international affairs again. But we need to shut down international affairs for a little bit and concentrate on fixing us. Once again, my name is Bradley Allen Hensley. I'm running for president through YouTube because I don't have the funds to buy a domain site. I don't have the funds to put commercials and stuff like that on TV, and I'm not asking anybody for money. All I'm asking is that please read your Constitution, America, and think about what's going on in this country, and think about if this country, where it's going, is something that you want your children or your grandchildren to grow up in. That's all I'm asking. And if you answer no, then I'm asking that in 2016, you write in my name for president. When I decide on a running mate, I will put that person on here with me and we will talk together. Until then, thank you and God bless America.